Houston's favorite hot girl is back home at her alma mater. Megan Thee Stallion surprised the recipients of the Flamin' Hot Scholarship at Texas Southern University. The Flamin' Hot Scholarship Fund was established earlier this year to help graduating seniors at TSU. Get this, it rewards more than $150,000 to more than 20 graduating seniors. Megan Thee Stallion graduated from TSU, earning her bachelor's degree in health administration back in 2021. The rapper has also released a new song called Cobra. The song addresses mental health, including thoughts of suicide. KPRC2 digital content producer Mariah Ballard is joined by UH psychology professor Rheeda Walker to talk about Black mental health. Good morning, Mariah.
Good morning, Zach. Thank you so much. And like you just said, her recent song kind of spoke about some things that she's going through. I'm going to go ahead and read some lyrics for you. One of the opening lyrics is breaking down, and I had the whole world watching. But the worst part is, who really watched me? Every night I cried, I almost died, and nobody close tried to stop it. As long as everybody is getting paid, right? So Dr. Walker, thank you for joining us. We'll go ahead and get started now. I just wanted to ask, starting off, how prevalent is it to hear these stories of celebrities who have made it to some level of success, right? Now they have their whole family depending on them, but nobody's really checking in on that mental health aspect, just as long as everybody's getting paid, right? As long as everybody's bills are taken care of and things of that nature. So speak to that and kind of speak about what Megan was talking about in that song.
Yeah, we oftentimes miss mental health, and not just for celebrities, but for a lot of people who are taking care of their family members, taking care also of themselves. And so I think what's probably a biggest concern is how many people don't talk about when they are struggling. And so that's what made her her song, her lyrics so important, because she had the courage to speak out and share.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask another question following that up. The African American community, minorities, we don't speak about mental health at all. So it's not just celebrity culture, it's other little sectors and demographics that really shown away from mental health. So speak about minorities and how we're dealing with it and how you've seen things change, like in your studies.
And I have seen a lot of, I think, evolution. More people are talking about mental health more openly. At the same time, as you know, there's a lot of stigma, like a lot of stigma. And what happens is that people feel like, well, I'm not going to be open to sharing because then folks will say I'm weak or I'm vulnerable or I'm crazy, and that something's wrong with me, and then they'll be ignored and not be included. And so, we have to be mindful of the kinds of messaging that we're putting out about mental health for people who could be struggling.
So as we just saw, Megan Thee Stallion was at TSU yesterday. I had the chance to see her, and her spirits seemed very high. But we know that she oftentimes talks about dealing with anxiety while just trying to be a normal person in the limelight, being a celebrity. So speak as a normal person from the outside looking in, me, you would look at Megan Thee Stallion, you think she has everything together, no mental health issues. Speak to why we should not, cast judgment on people that we just simply don't know. We don't know what they're going through.
Well, we live in a society where we're making comparisons. Everybody is comparing themselves to the next person and the next person to the next person. And so we really need to get away from that, because I know in our community, we take great pride in not looking like what we're going through, like really great pride. What's unfortunate about that is that it takes a lot of effort to actually keep up sort of appearances. And we have to be aware of that. But I don't think we can say it enough. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to, say, how you were feeling yesterday, how you're feeling a couple of days from now, how you're feeling when you're really stressed out. We have to be our own barometer rather than comparing ourselves to other people.
And so we're going to jump to the last question. Your book, we have it here on the screen for you guys, The Unapologetic Guide to Mental Health. You previously spoke to us about no one being immune from suicide. What would you say to someone? What are the signs that we can look for when our loved ones, or we think that our loved ones may be, thinking about taking that step?
I think the single most important thing that I say to anyone is, look out for when someone has gone through something really very difficult, a really tough time, and especially a loss. So maybe they lost their job. That was an important part of who they were, or a family member, or maybe they lost someone to suicide, because those individuals are even more vulnerable to suicide. But I do want us also to get to a point in our society where we're more concerned about not the person who could be suicidal, but for us, because we have to be in a space and have a mindset that we can speak non-judgmentally to those individuals. so that they feel heard and supported.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us today about these topics. KPRC 2 Plus now continues right after this break. Stay with us.